Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on Luna Classic and Wrapped Luna. But before I get started, please click the like and subscribe button as it helps this channel grow very quickly. So right now we're looking at Luna Classic. It's up 2.6%. Wrapped Luna is up 1.45%. And the thing is, the market's starting to move a little bit now. So hopefully we see some more upside to both of these coins. Then we see this. Wow, the biggest Ponzi scheme in history belongs to stablecoins Luna Classic and UST scam tokens. Bitcoin and Ethereum are pumping back. And that's the thing. Everybody knows what happened. And this is from Forbes. So you would think, a lot of people out there read Forbes. I'm sure a lot of people, in big investors in crypto read Forbes. Why is no one doing anything about this? Why isn't Do Kwon sitting behind bars? I wonder who got paid off in this crash. That's the other thing I always think about. And we always hear about investigations, and we hear that he can't leave the country. But then we don't hear nothing else. I want to see justice for this community. And I'm hoping that somebody reads these articles and gets behind it and looks for that justice. Then we see this. Metagloria NFT P2E game building on the Terra Classic blockchain. And that's the thing. Things are getting built on Luna Classic. Things are happening. It's starting to get a little bit of use case and utility. You can no longer call it a meme coin. We know all the propositions that were passed, and we see some in effect right now. And I'd like to see even more people get behind this community because, again, I think this community is great. Then we see this. Whether she is Classic or version 2, the moon is the moon. Luna Classic holders and lunatics are fighting. But at the end of the day, we all just want the moon to shine bright again. If we join forces, we'd be the biggest crypto community together. We would be unstoppable. And that's more or less what I always say. I always say that, you shouldn't be fighting with the people in, Luna, 2.0 or Wrapped Luna and the Luna Classic holders. Everybody was in this together when the crash happened. There was a lot of victims. There's still a lot of victims in this. So why not just get along for the greater good? That's how I look at it. And, I see all the infighting. I see the stuff people say. Some of it is terrible. But at the end of the day, we're all in this together. If the Luna Classic community wants Binance to fully support and implement the Luna Classic burn tax proposal, then the Luna Classic must have a use case. CZ repeated this numerous times already. We need tokens with strong utility. Let's work on this, family. And that's the thing. We see a few things happening. We see a few more things getting built upon it. And hopefully, if we get a little bit more use case, a little bit more utility, Binance would be more likely to take part of it. And that's what that was just saying. Because he can sell it then. More people would buy Luna Classic, so he could also implement the burn tax. I think that's more or less, I hope I wrap that up kind of easily to understand. If your cryptocurrency has use case and utility, the exchange will make more money selling it, and in return, they can burn it without any losses. That's kind of what I was going for. Sorry about that. Thank you, Paybolt, for giving an amazing recognition to Luna Classic. The Luna Classic community is really thankful to you. Like, retweet with hashtag Paybolt, guys. And that's another thing we see. We keep seeing things happening. And then we see this. Luna Classic has a lot of attention on it right now. Don't get scared by these little sell-offs. This won't last long. Supply will be burned by more than a tax burn. But even before that, there will be more green candles. Don't get fudded out. Just be patient with your bag. And the thing is, I tell people all the time, I said it before in other Luna videos. I've said it probably within the past week or so. What happens is the price moves up and some people sell off. And then they hope the price comes back down so they can buy back in. But the thing is, as it's pumping up, you want to kind of keep that momentum going without a whole bunch of sell-off. And I explained that before. So if people could stop selling off as the price moves up to try to buy back cheaper later, who knows where the price could go? I mean, maybe you do knock out another zero eventually. And then we're going to talk about Wrapped Luna now. So due to recent developments in the Terra ecosystem and reduced liquidity in the market, our Wrapped Luna trading partner Coinbase has decided to delist Wrapped Luna on May 27th, meaning that Revolt is unable now to fulfill, buy, and sell orders on behalf after this point due to delisting. Now we know it's delisted. We know it hasn't come back yet. And every day people try to message Coinbase to get Wrapped Luna relisted. I don't understand why they won't just relist it. Today's a good day to free Wrapped Luna from suspension. And again, like I always tell you, I don't think they will relist it because of the smart contract. They don't want to default the smart contract, yet they want to relist it as Wrapped Luna Classic, I'm sure. And at the same time, it's supposed to peg Luna 2.0. So it puts Coinbase in a very bad situation. And in turn, they took it out on us, the retail investor. Anything to say about the dishonest way Coinbase is treating its Wrapped Luna investors? Seems like we've had our investments stolen and are now being ignored, with apparent market manipulation occurs and the immutable smart contract is being ignored. And that's what I just said, more or less. I said, you know, if they relist it, they have to peg it to version 2 or Luna 2.0. Because if they don't, they're in breach of the contract. At the same time, if they relist it and put it up as Wrapped Luna Classic, it breaks the contract, but they'd feel better about that because it's worth less than it would be if it was pegged to Luna 2.0. So instead, I believe what they did was they just ignored everyone and said, we're going to do what we want and we're going to delist it. And that's supposed to help their investors, me and you. But it doesn't help us in any way. We'd rather have control of it somehow, and yet we don't. So how so? Exchanges can call it whatever they want, but the contract hasn't changed and will only create Wrapped Luna. Luna ticker symbol on Ethereum chain. The token's minute by smart contract will be Wrapped Luna regardless of what anyone calls it. And that's the thing, you can't just change the name of something and expect it to work. It doesn't work that way when it's tied to a contract. And I've said that time and time again. Can the Wrapped Luna smart contract be broken? 70% of people say no. And the reason why the other people are probably saying yes is because they feel that, you know, Coinbase is going to do what they want either way. And I honestly think to get it relisted back onto Coinbase and out of delistation, more or less what I think has to happen is they want to peg it to Luna Classic because it's cheaper for them. The problem is they cannot break the contract because it makes them look bad. That means Ethereum should be saying something about this. They should be forcing them to peg it to the new Luna and move forward. But I don't think they will. So we have to wait and see what happens. It would just be great if they would come out and give some sort of statement of any kind. The silence is deafening. With that said, we're going to wrap up today's video. I want to thank you all for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.